Okay, let's see. Let's see if there is sound. Quickly, let's confirm before I start the show. Come on. There is this much of a delay. That's indecent. Come on. Okay, let's see. All right. Now I have my confirmation, so we can start. So for those that do not know, of course, my name is Hightech, and this is my third live stream today. We'll be talking crypto, of course. 11 years of experience. Jesus is king, and let's go. So what the hell Bitcoin is doing, right? You, you might be you may be wondering, because this is how its price action looks today, right? For those that do not know, I had my buy signal here, and so far it's holding on. Why? Because my algorithm allows certain amount of price action noise, and on my live stream I was saying that if we take out this low, it was still here, around here, right? We will probably go lower, and shortly after we went back up. We have a tiny rally, but then as you see, we had a sell-off here, which was probably dictated by what has happened on S&P 500, because S&P 500 had a sell-off. If we go over to that chart, and then we'll be able to see it. Yeah, you see, it opened high, but then saw a sell-off. So we literally followed S&P 500. There's not much, let's say, I don't know, mystery to it, to be honest. And yeah, S&P 500 is applying us a selling pressure right now. Let's see how long lasting that one's gonna be. I'm actually surprised we went down to this level. I mean, it was quite a technical level. It is quite a technical level, because as you see, it has served as a support here, and there's quite a lot of confluence around it, on the a little bit earlier part of the chart. So that is why it was very easy to predict that. If I mean, usually, on the small time frames, when you take out, let's say, local lows, then usually it means you get you don't have momentum, and you have to come down to the next, more, let's say, visible, easy to notice the level of support, and this is literally what has happened. Let's see if Bitcoin gets stopped out here, because I don't know if you remember, but most of folks, when it comes to mainstream influencers, they say we are entering a bear market, which makes absolutely zero sense, because this is a zero-sum game. So majority simply cannot be right. Mathematically speaking, majority cannot be right here. So yeah, I would expect a reversal. I saw next already, people are popping champagnes, I mean, I'm talking about the bears, especially James Wynn. Oh, James Wynn happy. He is happy, that guy. I think he even posted something with champagne. Let me quickly review his. I don't know. This is what he posted. That was 4 hours ago. And this is with Peter Schiff, right? They're sitting on golden cash. Yeah, gold has been doing well, but nowhere close as well as Bitcoin has done for last almost 4 years. So yeah, I don't think we can compare the both. But yeah, James Wynn, he grows to be one of the best inverse indicators out there. Although right now he has a little bit of a relief. This is his account, as you see. This account on Hyperliquid. You can track it on hyperdash.info. So he went from like very, very deep negative within the last 24 hours into a slight positive. On the weekly, it's still a terrible loss. When you look at it on the weekly, it was $110,000, $110,000 in the peak, and now is at minus 65,000, right? So he literally added to his short right here, around here, and now he's enjoying a little bit of a relief, but he will get liquidated. I mean, he trades with 40x leverage, guys. There is no way. There is no way you can make it with leverage that high. The margin of error is just too tiny. So I mean, with X2 it already becomes extremely difficult and to actually stay afloat for a long time. And with 40x, it's your destiny. To lose everything is your destiny. If you have a streak of wins with leverage that high, anything actually beyond, I don't know, 3x, and then it's just temporary. Let me tell you, it's just temporary. And if you don't believe me, then just track the history of all of the accounts on Hyperliquid, and you'll realize I'm right. Leverage applies so tiny margin of error, even small leverage. It just shrinks your margin of error to a degree that makes it literally impossible to stay afloat long term. You can only, make it look somewhat impressive for a little bit before you completely crash. And that's it. Guys, share, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so. I see somebody has written on Twitch, yo, says yo. What's up, man? If you have any questions regarding cryptos, let me know in the live chat, of course. I've been 11 years in this space. I've seen everything. I've done everything. So probably I can give you quite a decent advice. So one takeaway from the situation is how Bitcoin dominance is acting in this mess. I mean, this is not, let's say, I don't know, a disaster of a mess. Absolutely not. More or less, typical volatility Bitcoin always has. Everyday volatility. But yeah, it's still, coming down. The Bitcoin dominance is still coming down, as you see. It did not spike up, which is a very positive sign. It means that altcoins finally start to show a little bit of a backbone, a little bit of fangs, and nails. And yeah, that could be a harbinger of a greater move in the right direction, of course. So here on other chart, which is supposedly a chart representative of all altcoins, yeah, what I do not like is that we dipped below 250, 245. This band of support I have marked here, but the day is still not over. So let's see how this one will play out. I hope we are not going for a second retest or let's say more pronounced retest of this uptrending line before we go higher. Why? Because that would just take additional week maybe before all of it resolves. Another worrying thing. Oh, no, sorry, that will be tomorrow. I thought it's Thursday today, but no, it's Wednesday. Okay, so what we care for the most right now this week is so we get Green Thursdays, because Green Thursdays usually are harbingers of further growth for the rest of the remaining week. So yeah, Wednesdays can be read. They don't really influence that much. What we care for, according to recent statistics that has emerged for the last, let's say, a couple of months, few months, is that so we do not get Red Thursday. But for the last, I don't know, like 5, 6, or maybe even no, 7 maybe not, but 5 or 6 weeks we've been getting red Thursday after red Thursday after red Thursday. And statistically speaking, the longer we get a one result, the more likely it is it will finally flip. So every single next Thursday is more likely to be finally green. And given how market is oversold already, it probably gives us a very, very decent pump. So just look out for it. Look out for it, because I believe it could be signaling. It could be giving us a very strong signal beforehand what's around the corner, right? So, and today is not over yet as well. So we still have how many 7 hours to go to actually finalize this daily. 7 hours in this space is one hell of a time. A lot can happen within 7 hours. So very well, this daily can flip green into green, and then finish strong in a really, really strong profit. That would definitely not come as a surprise to me. And on Bitcoin, we are holding on. We are definitely, as of yet, we are still holding on. This daily also can, at the end of the day, can close in green. Do not neglect that possibility. We are holding firmly above 100K for quite a while. If we count candle bodies, for example, we discount the weeks, right? What is a very useful practice, because like that you remove the noise. So it's good, from time to time to switch off the weeks and look at the chart and check your bias if you have literally the same, let's say, inclination towards overall market situation. And it's also, as additional confirmation, is also very good to use Heikin Ashi candles, right? So here, when you switch over to Heikin Ashi, it definitely does not look anyhow disastrous. I mean, to me, it does not give any kind of apocalyptic vibe. And same here, right? Same here on other chart. And let's take a look. Since we are looking at Heikin Ashi all over the place, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance too. And on this one, this one could be worse. I mean, this one we do not want to look good, okay? So this shape of Heikin Ashi candle I do not like, because yesterday we had a green one and today we have another green one, which could possibly be a confirmation of Bitcoin dominance regaining momentum. Hopefully not, because again, that will push us back for another, I don't know, 2, 3, or maybe even 4 days to get the next opportunity for this uptrend to finally break down. Because I believe, once we go below this uptrending line, maybe get a confirmation that it flipped into resistance, then a trip to 58% should be 58, no, sorry, 57 even. Low 57s should be, no, but this is, sorry, no, I said wrong, because this is Heikin Ashi candle. Yeah, well, 57, okay. 57, yeah, I was right. It should be somewhat quick. The trip to there should be somewhat quick. So that's why I'm eagerly waiting for it. But, as of yet, we are not getting it. Yo says, what is your opinion about Zcash? Will it flip Bitcoin? No, probably not. Why are you not reading the chat? Okay, bye. I'm reading the chat, but I'm reading it. I'm checking it from time to time. First, I have to say what I've got to say, and later I will respond to chats. I'm checking them frequently, so no worries. So yeah, whenever you come back, yo, you will see me coming back with a response to you. So yeah. Guys, share, like, and subscribe if you watch it live. Don't forget about that part. And by the way, very important piece of news. If you are a high-tech holder, which is my meme coin, you have the ticker in the live chat. If you're a high-tech holder or hodler, every single Friday I make airdrop to my hodlers, but the requirement is you must have at least 0.01 high-tech or above, right? 0.01 equal or above, and you're eligible to receive the airdrop, right? So, and it's not one time. You can very well, if you are very lucky, if you're very, very lucky, you can keep receiving those airdrops, times in a row. So that's why I think it's worth to actually keep that, tiny amount of high tech that, makes you eligible to take, participation, to participate in the fun, right? So yeah, no, hold your horses. Don't believe those guys, those folks that are, doom posting and doom talking, spreading FUD. I don't really see any serious signs to be worried, at least not as of yet. This is like well within the norm of Bitcoin volatility. I mean, just compare this tiny piece of price action with what we had. You know what? Let's even move it onto somewhere else. Like for example, here you see more volatility. Here, more volatility. Here, definitely more volatility. Everything that exceeds comes out of this little square. Tells you what is normal, what is not, and as you see, most of the time, when we compare similar time frames, I mean, say similar, let's say, periods, it's actually difficult to find a piece of chart catching period this short, this long, to contain price action within, right? So that is I think a perfect explanation of why you should not be panicking, right? Because you see a little bit of ups and downs here. You should definitely not be panicking. This is actually low volatility for Bitcoin, right? So, guys, if you have any questions, share, like, I mean, write in the live chat, share, like, and subscribe, of course, at the same time. And yeah, I'm 100% James Wynn is going to get liquidated. I mean, this guy, he made so many wrong calls. His record is so bad that his inverse accuracy is really impressive. I think he literally becomes second Jim Cramer. The guy is that good. The guy is that good that he literally becomes comparable to the absolute god, Jim Cramer, right? If you know his record, I mean, otherwise, how would he round trip? How much it was? 76 down to 20 something, like $100 million. This guy round trip $76 million. Later, he lost over $20 million. So altogether, he lost around $100 million, right? And he says $100 million is not a lot of money, okay? That's why, if someone tells you $100 million is not a lot of money, you definitely should not, because he lost it, you definitely should not listen to what he has to say, right? What advice he has to give you, because even if that's true to him, you are most likely not on the same level, right? So yeah. Okay, guys, allow me to wrap it up. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget about that part. I may live stream sometime later to get today, so that's why it's good to stay connected, and let's see what the day brings. Thank you for your time, guys, and see you soon. Cheers.